This foundation and this concealer combo is like elite. And you just see how that comes together. Like, that looks so good.
I want my baby to have your eyes. I'm going against my own advice. Should I do New York? I can't decide.
Hey my baby dolls, welcome back to another video. Today, you guys, I am finally giving you guys makeup. I know you guys been asking me for an updated makeup tutorial, and here we are. So as you can see, this is wine and makeup. I think I should start like a thing where we do excuse me, damn, I haven't even started drinking yet. Wine down makeup days. I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. Give me like some creative names. Maybe we could do like wine down Wednesdays. Well, we have to put something in there with the word makeup, so let's figure that out. That's kind of cute. Makeup and wine, like makeup, you know, like makeup and wine, like, you know, when you make it up with your boo, when you drinking the liquor, you drinking wine. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too crazy on it. But as y'all know, if you don't know, if you new here, hi, I'm your Virgo sister. Okay, yeah, it's our season. Like, what? Especially my September Virgos. I'm a September Virgo baby. Okay, if you're new here, welcome. I'd love to have you subscribe to be one of my baby dolls. All you have to do is subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Also, let's talk about the subscribe, because someone just DM'd me today and said every time I click on your videos I have to subscribe again. Literally every single time for a month now. A month now, girl. Like, that's kind of outrageous. And let me know if y'all been getting the same thing, because I low-key got that same message before, and I don't know what YouTube is doing, but y'all gotta stop playing with me. I don't know what type of shady shit YouTube got going on, but it has to stop. I am using my Smashbox Photo Finish. Okay, this is like an OG primer. If y'all have a primer that you are using, share with me. I would love to know, because y'all know I like to stick to my little ODs. I like to stick to like my usual until I really find something that's competing with that. Okay, so this really just blur the shine that's on your face. It's actually good for anyone that loves a matte finish. It does have a velvet finish too as well. I am still using the Ruby Kisses brow pencil. Someone asked me recently what have I been using on my brows, and it's been this. Now, what I would say is different from my last tutorial, because I did show you guys this in my last video. I'm back to using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealers. Now, if you've been watching me for some time, you know that these concealers have been my babies for a long time. It was this, and then I started going over to the Neutrogena cream concealers. But yeah, those are still good, but this has a different touch. Like, it gives you that full coverage. Now, if you don't like thick concealers, this won't be for you. I'm that type of girl, so I don't know. I use the shade Caramel for my brows. This right here been keeping my brows look very like super sculpted and just crisp and clean. Honestly, Neutrogena can do that too, but it just doesn't have that same effect. Like, it just doesn't give like that super crisp, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, when you see something, you know. So I'm gonna just quickly do my brows. Yeah, this is what I've been using for my brows, and like I said, the only thing that's really been different is the concealer.
Some finesse, I see you.
This is the size brush. This is what the tip of the brush looks like for the concealer. I feel like the smaller the brush is, like mine's, the easier you can really get into your brows. So that's just like a little tip, you know, for the girls. So as y'all can see, this concealer is super full coverage. The consistency of it is very thick.
Witness the greatness.
I don't know if y'all can really tell how full coverage this concealer is. I just take this brush right here. Yeah, my brush just needs to be cleaned again, but this is the size of the brush that looks like. If you have something that's similar to this, you can use this for your concealer on your lid and just blend it out.
To New York, I can't decide. Fashion week was more your thing than mine. I can't even lie, I'd rather stay inside. I can't do suit and tie. Can't be in one room with you and stand on different sides. One thing at a time, I have to learn to hide. One thing at a time, emotions running high.
After this, I go in with my foundation, then I go back to the eyes. So I am using the Nars, and I haven't used this in a very long time, but I got me some Nars, y'all. I'm like, let me go get me some Nars. This is the Radiant Long Wear Foundation. The shade I'm in is in Mikhail. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, but this has always been my shade, and I thought maybe I would need a different shade, but no, to this day this shade still works for me. Y'all been asking what's new you've been using. This is what I've been using. So I'm using my beauty blender. Kind of got too much product. I didn't need that much product.
You and your sister, too hard to handle. Things will get canceled. I will make time for you. Commitment, going the distance.
This wine kind of hit, y'all. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie. But now we're gonna go back into the eyes. So what I do is sometimes I take my powder and sometimes I don't. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Medium Deep 30. And I take a little bit of this. Sometimes I use the shade 25. 25 is a little bit lighter, but I feel like 30 kind of like matches and balances with my skin so that it doesn't look too light. So that's one of the reasons why I like using the Maybelline powders, because they all come with like a color tint, and I'm not really into the transparent type of loose powders, and they just don't stir me wrong. They just always good, like, you know. So I'm gonna use just a little bit on the lid, not too much, not too much. And I'm using my beauty blender for this. Okay, so now that that's set, we're going to go into the eyeshadow. Now I haven't been doing nothing too crazy with my eyeshadow, kind of been simple. I've been using this old Milani palette, and yeah, this is like my OG little palette that I've always used, and I always go in with one shade, and then I'm gonna show y'all the other shade. So the first shade, let's just say that the first shade I'm using is Salted Caramel. This is the shade right here. This is what I'm using in the transition. That is what I'm transitioning with, and then I want to show you guys what I'm putting on the lid. I'm gonna use this real big fluffy brush. This looks really big and fluffy. I'm gonna use this one. This little fluffy brush right here.
One thing at a time, emotions running high. I wish you felt alright, just hitting my line all the time, all the time. Oh, ooh, 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 you stay on my mind.
And sometimes I can I'll drag it out right here, depending on the shade, of course, that I'm using. If it almost looks like a brown or close to a brown, I'll use it a little bit right here. I don't drag it all the way down to my nose, but it's kind of used as like prepping for my contour for my nose type of thing. Okay, so after that, I go in with, it's basically like a highlighter from the Smashbox Halo Sculpt Plus Glow Face Palette. I use this highlight as an eyeshadow, and I take my hands for this. So I take my hands, my finger, and I basically just take it all over the lid. And you can get a little messy, it's okay. You can go a little bit over your lid if you like. I don't really make this part perfect. I kind of just want a sparkly, glowy, golden eye. That's really the whole purpose. There's always a lot of noise going on. Every time I get to start filming, it really don't matter. It's just every time I get to start filming, it's gonna do it. Oops, sorry if you guys see a little bit of the residue falling down. That's okay. We're gonna fix that. But I'm gonna take a little bit of NYX Vivid Matte. Y'all know I love my matte liner. NYX is always gonna do it. I don't know if y'all remember the NYC liner. That was actually the first one that I really loved, was the NYC liner, but that one discontinued. And they did something new with this NYX matte liner. I don't know if you guys use it, but if you do use it and you've been buying the new ones, it's like it's barely any product in the bottle, and I'm not really fucking with that. I'm really not, because like it's a brand new bottle and it feels like it's dried out, or it's like just not enough product in it. Like they only put a little bit in this bottle, and that's like, y'all are really cheating me out my money. Y'all really cheating me out my product.
Should I do New York? I can't decide. Fashion week was more your thing than mine. I can't even lie.
So now that the lashes is on, we're gonna move forward to the concealer. So I'm using two concealers, which is the ones I showed y'all at the beginning of the video. But like, one thing I do want to say about the eyeshadow, I've been like loving the sultry gold. Like it's not too gold, it's not too like, it's not too much. Because once you're done with your face, you're gonna see, like really once you put your eyelashes on, you're gonna see how pretty and sexy that looks. These are the two concealers. First I'm gonna use Caramel, and then I'm gonna use Pecan. But Pecan is a little bit lighter, which is gonna give me that brighter under eye. My girl just came in here, so she kind of went on the phone. But Pecan is a little bit lighter, so that's gonna give me that brighter under eye. Gotta say it again just in case y'all didn't hear me interrupting. What Caramel do is, the first one is just a little bit more on the natural side. It's not too bright. You can stop here. You don't have to do what I do. You just use one concealer if you feel like two concealers is too much. But with this concealer here, it just matches a little bit more with my complexion, just a little bit. You can see it's light, but it's not as light, okay? And I'm gonna put it down the bridge of my nose too for that contour a little bit. A little bit goes a long way with this concealer, I'm trying to tell you, okay? Don't need too much. This concealer will last you a good little minute. And then of course we're just gonna start blending. This foundation and this concealer combo is like elite. Like it's so good. I don't know if I've used this foundation with this concealer. I don't know, but it just really balances out really good. And God, please don't let this eye start running. I am doing really good. Blend. Just blend that concealer out just a little bit, but you can still see it, so we can finish off with the contour. And then after that, we're going to use the Pecan shade. And we're gonna lightly dab it in. I feel like that's the key to like really a nice under eye, is to lightly blend your concealer in. Lightly blend that out towards the end. I would say this combo gives like a very filtered look. And you just see how that comes together. Like that looks so good. It looks like I'm wearing a filter. Like it looks like a filter. Like I've been trying to figure out what this combo is doing or what's different, but it's definitely giving like filter. Now this is what y'all need to pay attention to, okay? So this is what I've been kind of doing differently. I'm going to lightly set it. A little as you go. This is like kind of honestly my favorite part of doing my makeup, is honestly getting to setting my makeup. Use a little bit of it down the bridge of the nose, on top of the forehead. I'm gonna put this. Make sure it's blended in with a brush after. I have something else that I'm gonna do underneath the eye, but I want to move forward to the contour, bronze, and everything. So as y'all can see, I hit the pan with this. I am still using this. I don't give a damn, okay? This really just bronze the skin and really set things in its place. Because you know, after you use powder, sometimes it can be too powdery and you can just look, ooh, you can just look powdery. So I'm using the ColourPop. I don't know what happened to the top. Don't say nothing, okay? I don't know what happened. But I'm using the ColourPop, and this is in Pacific Beach. It's all beat up, but she still do what she needs to do, okay? So this is what I'm using. This is actually a bronzer, but I use it as a bronzer slash contour. Take a little bit of her. It's like she just gives you your color back. She just gives you your life back. You see how pretty that looks? Okay. Neck, around my chin. I'm actually gonna contour with this on my nose. I don't really do nothing too crazy when it comes down to contouring my nose. It's very simple, and I always use a powder. I never like use anything else. I feel like with nose contour, you have to be very careful and very mindful, okay? Very demure about it, because baby, that nose can start look too crazy when you start doing too much. So I feel like I don't know, it's something about a nose contour that you can really fuck up on. Like, you see the lines, like you gotta make sure every angle is blended out, because you can see the lines and shit, like, you know. So I just try my best not to do too much when it comes down to that. Then I go back into the eyeshadow palette, and I use the darkest brown right here. After that, I go in with this powder. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation Powder. Now this is foundation powder, but I use it underneath my eye to brighten it up just a little bit more. Just a little bit of this. This one is in the shade Radiant Honey, so I'm just gonna put that right underneath. You don't need too much of it, you see? You see. Alright. And I kind of like to drag out the powder across. It's just something about having a highlight that's up here going across. It just brings out the face. I don't know. Hopefully I'm saying it right so you guys can understand what I'm saying. But recently I went to Ulta Beauty and I bought this Essence. The brand is called Essence. It's a very affordable makeup brand. So if you go into Ulta, you will see the brand Essence. They're very cheap, but they have some really like cool stuff for the low. I bought their What the Fake Extreme. So it's called What the Fake. It's a plumping lip filler, and I got an icy effect. So I would definitely say it plumps it up. I'm gonna put this on now while we're doing the rest of the face. It definitely gives it a little plump. It feels like a very like spicy plumping feel, but it's not as extreme as the brand. But I'm gonna put it right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name. I think it's called Buxom or something like that. I'm gonna put it here so you guys can see a picture of it. But I ran out of that, and I just bought this one and just to test it out, and I actually been liking it. It definitely gives my lips a very plumpy feel, but it's not like the Buxom. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy that. The next thing I do, I'm going to go back in with the Smashbox Halo, but this time I'm gonna go in with that contour right here, and I'm gonna go over that bronzing that we did a little bit. We don't need too much of this. Just a little bit, you see? Chisel her out just a little bit, you know, not too crazy. And another thing I have by Essence is their blush. I bought 2 of them, but this is the one I'm going to use today. It's called Blush Crush, okay? And this is in Deep Rose, pretty rosy, natural type of blush tone. It's really pretty, y'all. It's so pretty and rosy. And then I'm also going to use my Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. I'm sorry, y'all. I just want to go back over my brows a little bit. So I bought 2 new lippies. I'm going to use it today because y'all also asked me what lip gloss I've been wearing. I also picked up this new LA Girl lip liner. It's called Shockwave. It's a nude lip liner in the shade Shy Latte. So this is what it looks like. Okay.
I might just call and catch a play. I might just come see you today. You ain't I'm stuck up in my ways. But love it when I'm playing games. That's the only way.
This new pickup is Juvia's Place, the coffee shop. Coffee Break is the shade. It's a really pretty nude, y'all. And then on top of it, we're using Essence. Essence been getting me right. I kind of like their little stuff, okay? So Essence, this is their Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Purple Rain. Has like a little glitter in there, but it definitely is a high shine. So they didn't lie about that. And I just put this on top. This is a perfect topper for any like nude glosses. For any nude lippies that you're doing. And just give it the touch that it needs. And then I take a little bit of that gold. Put a little bit on my nose. Sometimes I'll put it down the bridge of my nose. Depending on the mood. Also, this hair I am selling on my site, so make sure you guys, if you want it, purchase it, because as y'all can see, it's so healthy. It's such a pretty unit. It's a great quality. I almost didn't want to sell it, but baby, look at the quality. But this is basically everything that I do. I haven't done nothing too like different or extreme, but I have been changing up like little techniques. I use sometimes a little bit of this mascara under the eye, depending on how I'm feeling. Honestly, it's just really about my mood. Really just depends. But this is my updated tutorial. I honestly wanted to use this MAC, but I haven't used it yet. Maybe I'll use it for my birthday, but I have to try it out before my birthday. But this is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I got it in a really super light shade. So this will probably be used for like, of course, that bright under eye, just highlighting certain areas. This is really light. The camera probably making it a little bit lighter, but yeah. And let me know if y'all like the wine and makeup. I don't know how I want to put it together, but I actually like this vibe. About to smoke me a little J and call it the night. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate you all for watching. Cheers, and to all my Virgos, happy birthday. Bye.